Hey guys, and welcome back to The Sims 4. My name is Abby, and today we're doing another speed build. I really like this area. I think it's in Oasis Springs, right? Yeah, I always get Oasis Springs and Willow Creek mixed up because of, there's water in both places, but yeah, whatever. Oasis Springs is where we're at, and it's really interesting that we have like parking lots in this world. I really think it's cool, especially since The Sims don't have cars yet, or at least not in The Sims 4. It's pretty neat. I really like this area. I think I'm going to build here more often whenever I'm doing, I'm planning on doing more storefronts and restaurants and stuff, in the future anyway. I mean, not like all the time. Of course, I love building residential lots. Love it. I love doing house builds. They're the funnest because, you can just add a little touch of personality to the place, especially if you're like building with regards to particular characters, which is what I've been doing here lately. Like sometimes I'll do buildings that are just kind of generic homes, and those just don't turn out as well as ones where you actually plan out what the family would be like. And the more that I do that, the more that I feel like I need to do let's plays with each of them because I could, just because of the storylines that I create in my head for the characters that would live in these particular places. Now, this is a restaurant, but it's also got an apartment on the upper floor. It's kind of a bigger apartment, bigger than you would normally think anyway. And I had to do that because there needed to be enough room downstairs for a large kitchen and for a large dining area. So it is pretty large upstairs as well. There are 3 kids' bedrooms, or like 2 kids and 1 teenage bedroom, and then obviously the parents' bedroom. Then there's a living area, a kitchen, a dining area, and 2 bathrooms. So it's a pretty nice sized place. Kind of didn't know what to do with the roof here. I was really kind of going for like a Brooklyn brick styled place here. And I've never been, I was gonna say I've never been up north, but that's a lie. I've been to New York once, actually. That was when I was 16, so kind of remember it, but I don't know, it's just hard to remember sometimes. I've got plenty of pictures, though. I remember going to the zoo. We went to the Central Park Zoo. We did not go to the Statue of Liberty. I think there was actually some work being done there on the island, so we weren't able to go to it. We were able to ride the ferry, though, and ride it across, what is that? Across from Staten Island? I don't remember. I don't want to make myself sound stupid because I've only been there the one time, so I don't know the area very well. But yeah, I only got to ride on the ferry, and I don't feel like I got to do a whole lot, honestly. We didn't go to, I remember Fifth Avenue was one of the things that I wanted to do, was go in some of the really expensive shops there, even though I couldn't afford Louis Vuitton. Could afford the knockoff Louis Vuitton, which I did buy some of that at one point in time. That's another story for another day, though, because that was all in good fun. But yeah, that was what I wanted to do. So we did go on Fifth Avenue. We went in the Tiffany's store. So we just looked at like the first area, though, because one of the girls that I was with was not at all interested in going through the stores, and several of us were, but she wasn't. So she was very adamant on getting out of there and not really allowing us to have a good look around, but that's okay. Not that big of a deal. Anyway, you can see that this place is it's a little bit tacky. I'm not gonna lie, it's tacky, it's kind of run down looking, and the way that I kind of imagined the storyline would go for this place is that this would be a family-run business, and they would probably live here. And I don't know if you guys like know how to do that, how to allow your Sims to live at the restaurant that they own, but all you do really is when you place them on a lot, you either sell the house that they have, or just don't build on the lot if it's an empty lot, and then you just take them all to the restaurant and just never send them home. You just leave them there and make sure they have a place to live and sleep and stuff, and that's basically what I did. And I also go in once I start the game up and lock certain doors so that only the household members can get in them and only the employees can get in them, Just it's really easy to do. It's not that difficult. There are a lot of decorations that I went through here, though, so you will see me skip that part. But I think I was talking about the storyline. I got a little bit off topic, but I want to jump back to what I was talking about. I think I was gonna say that what I imagined for this family was that they probably lived very comfortably, and then decided that they wanted to run their own business. And running a business is not cheap, especially a restaurant. I don't wish that on my worst enemy, owning a restaurant. I would never. I mean, I've talked about it before about wanting to have a little sandwich shop, but like, I don't know. People are just really hard to deal with, and I've worked in retail and I've worked in several restaurants, and it's just, people can be very cruel, very, very cruel, and don't understand that, like, you're just doing your job. They don't get it. And then, like, they think that it's like a job like that is like, it's gonna be the end of the world if you lose that kind of job. No, nope, sorry. If you yell at me and I just decide I'm gonna quit, and it's not really that big of a deal. I can probably find another job, probably one where I will never see your face again. So, yeah, I think I got off topic again. What I was going to say is that the family probably spent some of their savings to buy this restaurant, to run it, and then move into the apartment above. And they probably didn't spend a whole lot of money renovating the place, or they haven't yet anyway. And so the place looks pretty run down. I mean, it's not awful in the restaurant area, because that's where you would really want to spend your money and really want it to look nicer. So it is a little tacky, but it's not as awful as the upstairs. The upstairs is kind of rough around the edges. And what I figured was, you know, the more, like, if you play with this lot, the more money that your family makes, the more you would go in and update the house, update the apartment, and update the restaurant. So that it would be more realistic that way. You know, you can kind of reflect how well you're doing, how well your business is doing, in how nice your house looks. So, yeah, that was my idea. That's how I would play it anyway. And, you know, I've thought about doing a dine out like Let's Play, and maybe I will. And I said this for my last speed build too. I said that I may do like a Let's Play with the people in the apartment building. Probably not, because it's just, having 8 Sims is kind of hard to deal with, especially 8 adult Sims, and I really kind of don't know what I would do with them. I was playing around a little earlier with the Get to College mod. I think that's what it's called. Go to College mod, something like that. And I don't know. I'm just not sure if I want to use it, because someone had suggested that to me in one of the apartment speed build videos, and I super appreciated it. I love suggestions. Thank you very much. So I did play around with it, and I'm not sure about it. I'm not crazy about mods. I think I may get into using a little bit of custom content. Probably not as far as furnishing any lots, but maybe for, I know when Cassandra in my Vampires Let's Play, when she gets married, I think I want to use a custom content wedding dress. So that stuff like that, I don't really have a problem with. Yeah, but we'll see. I may change my mind. I don't know. Never know. I may decide later on that I actually want to use some mods, but I have no idea. I'm actually pre-recording some of these videos for the weekend, because I'm not going to be at home. I'm actually going to be out. I'm going to a concert with my family, and when I say my family, it's like me and my brother and one of his friends, and my boyfriend, and then my parents were going. And it's going to be pretty fun. We're pretty excited about it. I don't know. I don't know if I want to say who I'm going to see, but I don't know. I like to keep some things a little private, because I'm afraid, like, it's not that I think that anybody's ever going to harm me, but what if? I watch too much Lifetime movies, too many Lifetime movies to just spill my guts about where I live and what I'm doing with my life, because you never know. There are some crazy people out there in the world. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie Creep. That's a good one. That is a good movie. It was on Netflix, but they take things off of Netflix so often. I never know what's on there anymore, and it just breaks my heart because one of my favorite movies, Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, used to be on Netflix, and it was only on there, I swear, for like a month, and I watched it twice, and then it got taken off. And it made me so sad. If you guys have never seen it, I do highly recommend. It's got Dolly Parton in it, and that's where the song, and I will always love you. That song, yeah, that came from that movie. It's a Dolly Parton song. It was not originally a Whitney Houston song. Yeah, I don't know if everybody knows that, or if just some people know that, but that came from that movie. It's pretty good movie. I've got some great songs in there. That and Hard Candy Christmas, that's a good song too. That's one of my favorite Christmas songs. I love Christmas time when that song comes on the radio. Yeah, so again, it's called Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. It's a good movie. Really good movie. I've thought about, because my mom, she always suggests builds for me to do. She loves watching this kind of stuff. She watches all my builds and all my videos. Sometimes, like, she doesn't watch them. She'll just listen to them. She'll, like, put her phone down and just listen to me talk. So, hey, mama. Hey. Yeah. She suggested that I do the house from that movie, and I've thought about it. I don't know. I'll see about how that goes. I'm really interested in seeing what the new stuff pack is gonna be that we get. If you guys didn't know, they're doing like a vote, like a poll. You have to like vote on what pack you would like to see the most, and there is like a starter home pack, a wedding pack, a eco-friendly pack. I think there's an arcade pack too, which is weird because I think I was just talking about that not too long ago. What else? There want to say there was at least one more that was mentioned. But I don't remember. I don't remember which one I voted for either. Oddly, because they all sounded really good. A wedding stuff pack would actually be pretty nice. Even though we do have a couple of things for weddings, we don't have like a whole bunch. Like we've got like 2 or 3 wedding arches, maybe just 2. But it would be really nice to have some more stuff for wedding venues because I want to build some more wedding venues. I've built a couple in the past, but there's none on my channel actually. So I'm probably going to be doing residential lots and maybe a couple of restaurants or something until the new pack comes out, or until they announce the new pack at least. I've got my fingers crossed for that wedding pack, kind of. Maybe that's the one I voted for. I don't remember. But I think the eco-friendly pack actually comes with a laundry room, right? And I would really like to have that too. That would be cool. I like realism in the game, and it always like bothers me not having a laundry room. There's a little storage room that I built here in the upstairs portion, and that realistically would probably be a laundry room if we had those kind of items. And I know, I can get like custom content for that kind of stuff, but custom content and mods just aren't something I like to do. For one thing, whenever I put stuff on the gallery, I like it to be super, super easy for you guys to download and use. And keeping the mods and the custom content out kind of helps that. And I don't know, also having restrictions there on what I'm using is a little helpful too. I like custom content, I do. I don't know, I feel like it's gonna be a rabbit hole. Like if I start using it, especially furniture, I'm not gonna stop. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to fall down the rabbit hole. That is custom content. Anyway, we have started in the apartment now. I hope you guys got a pretty decent look at the downstairs, the dining area, and the kitchen area, which are pretty big, pretty spacious places. That it was just really basic, kind of tacky tablecloths and that kind of a thing. A bunch of lights, neon signs down there, and that sort of deal. So the upstairs here is just kind of junky. The furniture is not great, and like I said, the family probably spent all their money on the restaurant and making the restaurant look as nice as they could, and then spent very little up here. So they probably didn't get to repaint from the last people that lived here or put new carpet down or anything like that. But, like I said, if I was to do a Let's Play on this, that's what we would do. We would go through and remodel the apartment and the dining area as the restaurant got a little bit better off. And I did create two daughters and a son, so a little bit reminiscent of Bob's Burgers, if you guys have ever seen it. I guess it is anyway. I mean, it's an Italian place, this one is, so it's not a burger place. And I mean, the kids don't really look anything like the Belcher kids, and neither do the parents, so it's just a little reminiscent on how many kids there is, how many kids there are, and just, I don't know, the idea of a family owning a restaurant, I guess. I love Bob's Burgers. I watch it, like, all the time. There was a new episode last night that was pretty good that I watched. I mean, it didn't come out last night. I just happened to watch it on Hulu last night. Trying to remember which one it was. What did they do? Oh, it was an Easter egg hunt. And I thought it was weird because Easter's not for like another couple of weeks. I love Easter though. It's a good time for good food. I don't know how it is in other places, but like here in the South, we like anytime there's a good excuse to cook a lot of food and eat a lot of food, we do that. My grandmother's gonna be cooking for Easter, so she always does that, and she does it for New Year's, and there's like special things she cooks for like certain times of the year, and I always ask her, what she's gonna make, so in case there's anything I want, I can make it and bring it. Like for New Year's though, she does like I'm trying to think, hog jow, if y'all know what that is. It's like hog jaw, is that how you say it? I don't even know if I'm saying it right, because like several different members of my family say it differently, like with different accents, because there's different southern accents than just southern. Like, I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but there is. So some people say it a little differently. But it's like bacon kind of, but a little bit more fatty. It's okay. I'm not that crazy about it though. I'd prefer bacon. So she makes that for New Year's, that and collard greens, and there's something else, and it's supposed to do something like bring luck to you for the year. So we do that on New Year's, and then for Easter, I can't think of anything in particular that she makes for Easter, but she might. I just can't think of it. So I am excited about that though. I love good food with the family. This is gonna sound morbid, but the best food that I've had recently was at a funeral, which, like I said, we do, like, down here we cook whenever there is a time to cook. Like, if there's going to be a lot of people around, we always cook a bunch of food, and it was so good. They had chocolate chip, pecan chocolate chip cookies. There we go. That's what it was, and they were good. They were so good. I couldn't believe it. They had the best food there. I've never had food that good, like in recent times anyway. That's been in this year, in 2017. I don't know, that we do a lot of cooking around here. I prefer baking desserts to anything else. My grandmother makes a lot of Asian foods, and seafood is what they cook a lot here, and I don't like seafood. I hate seafood. Seafood has never been my thing. Crab legs is something that my parents eat a whole lot of, and my brother too, and my boyfriend also. So they all get along doing that kind of thing, but I'm just not about it. It's not something I enjoy. I didn't notice there that tear in the wall actually goes over that poster. Oops. That's gonna have to be moved. I don't think I've downloaded this lot to the gallery yet, so I can fix that before I do that. If I remember. Anyway, we have already done the two youngest kids' rooms. The youngest daughter's was the pink one, and then the son's was that yellow room, and then the teenage daughter's room was the one we were just in. I really like using that big stuffed animal in teenagers' rooms, because when I was a teenager, I had one for a short period of time anyway. It was from an ex-boyfriend, and he bought it for me for Valentine's Day, and then my brother after we broke up, my brother was like, "Can I have it?" And I was like, "Sure." And he used it as a tackling dummy for football. I believe it got ripped to shreds. Like the head got ripped off and everything. But I was like, you know what? Yeah, go ahead and use it. I don't care. Because, I mean, it wasn't like I broke up with him. He broke up with me. He hurt my feelings. I didn't hurt his. So, my brother ripped that thing to shreds and taped it up and then ripped it to shreds again. So, it got good usage out of it. It lasted a little while. You know, it was a good tackling dummy for him anyway. But anyway, you can see it's pretty cluttered around here. I did want it to look pretty lived in. So there's just kind of junk in random places. There's that laundry basket on the dresser that I figured they would use, or they would just have not put the laundry away yet. And I was going to put 2 sinks there in the bathroom, but I was like, that's just too much. They have 2 bathrooms anyway, so not a big deal. But we're just in the screenshots now, and I'm liking this place a lot, and I'm liking it for a Let's Play. If you guys think that would be a good idea, you know, thumbs up this video and let me know, because, I don't know, I've worked with restaurants before here on The Sims 4, and they just get a little glitchy sometimes, so, you know, taking care of the customers, that is, it gets a little difficult. So I may or may not do that. We'll see. We'll have to think about that. But it doesn't sound like a terrible idea anyway. You can tell the downstairs here is even cluttered. I mean, I meant for this place to look kind of not like the best place to eat. A bit of a dive is what I wanted, which is fine. I like dive places sometimes. Sometimes dive places have the best food. Like, it looks really sketchy, and then it's like not bad at all. It's actually really good. There's this place called Tokyo, Japan, where my boyfriend lives, and it's like in an old like Hardee's building or an old Burger King or something, and it looks like extremely sketchy on the outside, but once you go in and eat the food, you're like, wow, this is amazing. Why did I not come here sooner? There was one summer when we literally ate there every day because my best friend was like addicted to it. But you'll see some of the Sims that I created here throughout the rooms. I think the teenage daughter and the father were in the living room, and then the siblings, the younger siblings, are actually in her room, so I figured they're probably snooping around a little bit or playing with the big teddy bear or bat, whatever it is. I think it's a bat. I think it's from Vampires. So you'll see them in just a second. Yeah, there they are. They're not on the gallery, but I can share them as well. I probably will. And I'll probably share the people from the apartment build that I did too. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like and subscribe down below, and I will talk to you guys soon.